Hello, I'm Debbie Bell Hosking for Finextra TV, here in our virtual studio, bringing you part of our Predict 2026 series. And I'm joined by Fernando Zandona, CEO of Mambu, who have done their own predictions report. So we'll be getting some insights from that. But first of all, a big hello to our virtual studio, Fernando.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for having me here. I really appreciate it.
Well, it's lovely to have you here. And how nice to have these discussions as we do predictions for 2026. So let's look back to last year. The younger generation, they were so much part of the conversation. Do you see this impact that Gen Z is having being accelerated even further throughout 2026?
Yes, absolutely. They've been, as you mentioned, playing a key part of 2025, and we believe that this Gen Z and the Gen Alpha, the AI natives, will play more and more an important aspect of the business and economy and so on. This is a generation that is, money is not just a currency for them, but it's like really a reflection of their values, entity, their community, and they will go after providers that offer that, right? The other aspect that they bring is they need something real time, right? Like they are used to the real time. They're used to the streaming of their video instead of going to rent a DVD. So like we predict that the banks are going through this blockbuster moment right now, where they need to innovate themselves in order to provide to this new generation, right? That is eager to live in a world where there is everything at their hands.
Fernando, as I'm listening to you talk, there are so many changes, so many things happening. And even for myself as an older generation, as a parent, and for parents and carers out there, there is so much we need to think about when it comes to approaching our younger generations of Gen Z and Gen Alpha, as you mentioned. So my goodness, what do banks and fintechs have to onboard too? So how can banks and fintechs get that balance right between the demand for AI and good use cases, as well as this need for true explainability, something that is important to these younger generations?
Yeah, I think it's a good struggle. It's a good challenge for financial institutions, right? On one side, you need to step outside your comfort zone as a financial institution so you can provide to this new generation, right? On the other side, we have the AI boom happening in the world, and everyone wants to be part of that. But we also have the aspect of the regulations and how we can provide all of that. So when you look at that range of initiatives and innovations that are happening right now in the world, we see a few aspects. One is AI is here to stay, right? Like we know this is going to evolve in different forms or whatnot, but it's going to be here to stay. I think in 26, we're going to be more and more the move from AI as a system to AI as acting, as doing something for you. We also believe that we will move away from replacing people with AI. That conversation is gone. I think we're talking about augmenting people with AI. Right? Like, so we can focus more on the valuable actions, and as well as building the relationships that the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha are looking for. Right? Like, so like that is very important that we accept and we work towards that to be able to focus on the things that will bring the value to that generation, especially as a financial institution. The explainability is super important, right? One of our customers is saying that it's not about who is going to ship or release features faster, but it's how we're going to do that in a way that you can explain the decisions that AI is taking, the way that you can focus on compliance, that you can respect the regulations around it. So we are seeing it's a great moment to be part of this environment, right? Where you see a huge demand from services, innovative services. Financial institutions is trying to find a way to provide that services, right? And regulations and innovation happening on the side. So all in all, a good moment to be part of.
Oh, absolutely. There's so much to onboard and think about, especially when I'm listening to you now. So we've touched on really Gen Z and Gen Alpha. So what are the other things that your predictions report is flagging for organizations, things that they ought to prioritize and prepare for come 2026, now that we're in 2026, but moving forward?
Even moving forward, yeah. So I think something that our contributors to the report have highlighted is what we are calling, or they are calling, the invisible economy, right? Like, so it's really moving from banks or banking applications to embedded finance. Like this generation, and in general, we are moving to a world where you want things to be immediate, you want things to be transparent or invisible. Right? Like, so we are using an app and you are purchasing something, you are not thinking about payments. You want payments to just happen. So we are going to be looking for invisible payments. We're going to be looking for real-time payments. We're going to be looking at a strong focus on embedded finance, where we are taking the experience of going to a bank and embedding that in different apps that the user is already using. Like, we are looking at financial institutions find a way to innovate themselves and think outside the box, innovate their business model to be able to catch up with this, right? Like, there is non-financial institutions out there that are coming their way with providing that services, that embedded finance. So they need to innovate. And that is only both business as well as the technology stack that they are using to do that. So I think those 4 areas are super important: embedded finance, real time, for payments, for actions on your financial digital life. And the other one is your ability to innovate your business thinking, and the technology that supports that business.
I'm so glad you gave us that list of 4 things that we can take away with us. Fernando, thank you so much. There's a lot there to think about, a lot of innovation to onboard, and definitely a sense of moving forward. Fernando, thank you for sharing this with us.
Thank you so much, David. Thanks for the production and everyone. Appreciate the opportunity.